Are we ready?
Are we ready to rock and
roll?
Hello, everybody, and welcome. Oh gosh, my hair doesn't look very good, and I'm looking at the viewfinder.
I don't like that.
I know, but it's just so I know when the battery dies because I can't get the battery out the camera, and I've been using the camera, so
You did skitty.
it's great. Great. Anyway, we have a little small thing in between us. She's very happy and content. But if you see any shadows of some kicking leg, or if you hear any baby noises, but she's just happy, chilling with us. But anyway, welcome back to the podcast. Welcome to another podcast.
Woo.
2 in a row where we've managed to make it work.
Today we are recording an hour later than we planned, but we're getting there.
We're making progress. We need to, I think both of us need to be more efficient with our time, but we're both just in it's between, like, it's
Christmas.
It's Christmas time. It's come
Mornings aren't my
January.
easy one.
Come January, we need to make some changes and make things easier so that we're both on it a bit more. Because otherwise, we're cutting it a bit close to the wire every week. But that's fine.
Yes.
That's fine. Anyway, roll the intro.
Hello and welcome to Confetti Conversations, the podcast where me and my sister talk all things weddings, wedding planning and married life.
Okay. So, Hayley, you sorted this one this week.
I have. I've actually contributed to the podcast for once.
No.
I'm here.
So, go on then. What are we talking about?
We are talking about
Mm-hmm.
bridesmaids / maid of honour.
Yeah.
What it means to be a bridesmaid, what it means to be maid of honour.
Yeah.
You've been maid of honour once now.
Yeah, now I'm going to be maid of honour again.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if I could say it, but yes.
Yeah, I am.
Phil is a mo again.
I know, I can't wait. I can't wait.
And
it's privilege. It's such a privilege. I don't think, obviously, like, it's a privilege to be your maid of honour.
yeah.
It's a privilege to be anybody's maid of honour. And I don't really think I ever sort of felt the gravity of that. Like, I think, obviously, when you asked me, I was absolutely, because there's no guarantee. You're my sister.
What would you have done if I asked someone else?
Well, I wouldn't have been happy, but I would never have outwardly said that to you.
Yeah.
I would have, like, if you'd have asked me to be your bride, because just because we're sisters, we're very close. So of course we were always going to have each other as bridesmaids, and of course we were always going to have each other as maid of honour.
Yeah.
But there's never a guarantee, even with a sister, that you're going to be a bridesmaid.
Yeah.
Like, it's
for us, it's no question.
Yeah, because we're very close. We get on really well. Like, it would be weird if we didn't.
Yeah.
But, like, you never expect it. And I guess I wouldn't have even, if you just turned around to me and said, look, I just really want my friends.
Yeah.
And I think for you, it would be better to not be a maid of honour or be a bridesmaid. I would have been like, I don't know why, but like I would respect you. I'd be upset inwardly.
Yeah.
And to other people, I would probably be upset. But to you, I'd be like, okay, if that's your decision, like, I respect it.
I think it just sounds so alien because that never would have been the case, would it? For
No,
us?
not for either of us. It really wouldn't. It would have been really weird. But I think, like I said, it's a massive privilege to be asked to be somebody's maid of honour, bridesmaid, just to have a small part in somebody's wedding. The biggest day of somebody's life.
Yeah.
Just to have a small part and be asked to be involved in any way is a privilege. To be asked to go to a wedding is a privilege, because there's never a guarantee that you're going to be asked to go.
And it costs a fortune for the couple.
Well, that's the thing, is it's like, it's £100 really, at least for people to come to your wedding.
Yeah.
It's not cheap.
No, not at all. Not at all. So, bridesmaid phone, stupid phone.
My phone's given up on me.
No.
Just doesn't like charging. It's just, and like, it's so typical because I literally pay it off in January. And then I was going to be like, I was going to be like, great, my phone's paid off. I now can have like at least a year of
SIM
just,
only,
not having to pay that expense for a phone. And no.
That's so annoying.
Because I bought it on gift gaff, like I bought it refurbished. So it is, it's got to be at least 5 years old, because I've had it for 3 years.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm just like, why?
It's so annoying.
Why do you have to break now?
It's like my phone got rubbish as soon as the new phones came out.
Yeah.
There is a thing with that, isn't there?
I'm not bothered. My camera's really good, but then maybe I have been using my camera quite a lot recently, so maybe it's just a bit tired.
Yeah.
And maybe I just need to be better with making sure that it's always fully charged.
Yeah, you've always never charged it overnight, have you really?
I do now because I have no choice.
Yeah.
But when I first had it, I would only charge it when it needed charging. Like, whereas now I'll just charge it for the sake of it. But then last night I charged it when I was working, and then I came home and it was on like 80%. So I was like, oh, I don't need to charge it. But then overnight,
it still used juice.
So it was then at like 40% when I woke up this morning.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah. Oh, the battery's rubbish, terrible. But I think it's only the battery. It's not slow. It's not doing anything weird. It's absolutely fine. So I think all I need to do is just make sure I have a really powerful power bank with me at all times.
Yeah, just in case.
Just in case. And I think I'll be absolutely fine. As long as I always have a way to charge it.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're not talking about phones.
We digress.
We digress indeed.
So, back to being a bridesmaid. What's the difference? The first thing was to talk about between bridesmaid and maid of honour.
I think the maid of honour in general is probably more like, if there's jobs to be done, if there's tasks to be had, if the bride needs support, if there's anything that needs to be done, it would be maid of honour first, in my opinion. Like, if, like, on my wedding day, I would turn to you, maybe also because you're my sister, but I'd be like, I need this, can you sort that?
Yeah.
Like, whereas I think with the other bridesmaids, they're there as like, it's an honourable thing. Like, you've got them there because you want them there, but there isn't necessarily any expectation on planning anything or doing anything. Like, in general, your maid of honour, yes, okay, your bridesmaids helped me plan your hen do because I needed help with it. But in general, the maid of honour does the planning of the hen do, like any gifts for the bride or anything like that.
Yeah.
That normally would be
kind of like a leadership role, isn't it?
Yeah, making sure that that the bridesmaids are doing what they need to do for the bride.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think, and then a bridesmaid is there as like a support system for the bride.
Yeah, I think that's exactly right. Yeah. This is so I love, obviously, ChatGTP for anything like this.
That's our best friend.
So the unspoken job description: organizer, peacekeeper, hype woman, and emergency problem solver. That is it.
Hype woman.
Yeah.
The bridesmaid's job for sure is to keep the vibes up.
Yeah.
For sure.
Throughout, and I think everyone thinks of it on the wedding day. No, it's everything, like planning, like making sure that they're enjoying it.
Yeah. When there's days where the bride's like, this is not fun and I don't like planning a wedding, the bridesmaids are there to be like, right, what do we need to do? How can we help you? Where do we fit in? Like, what do you need from us? And I think that's really important.
Yeah.
That the bridesmaids are there for like all that moral support.
I was lucky that I had that from the groomsmen as well.
Yes.
I had one day where I had an absolute mentee bee. It was like the hottest day of the year. I was pregnant and I decided I was going to do everything that day. And I think 2 of the groomsmen had come. I know definitely. Oh yeah, was it Sam?
No, it was Harry and
Ryan. And they both gave me a pep talk.
Yeah, you needed that. Ryan's a good pep talk friend. Like, if you need somebody to hype you up and help you out, he's definitely the sort of person that you would turn to.
It was very much needed.
Yeah. Same with Ellis, actually. Ellis would be that person as well.
Oh, yeah.
Which is why they're so in love with each other.
Yeah, they're literally,
adorable.
I don't think I'm actually Ellis's love of his life. I think it might be Ryan.
I would have to agree with you on that one.
Oh, well.
You're important in some ways.
Yeah, I gave him a baby. Baby. Why is she side-eyeing me?
She's really fighting sleep.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite nice, actually. I'm quite enjoying this little hot water bottle in the middle of it.
She's cozy, isn't she?
Cute.
Okay, so roles.
Yeah.
Kind of the emotional side.
Yeah.
So supporting the brides through stress, doubt, excitement, navigating the big emotions. I had some big feels.
Yeah, you had big feelings.
Big.
In a nice way. Like, you weren't difficult. You were just like, you found it.
I found it overwhelming.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I don't know if I would have felt the same. I think I probably would have, pregnant or not. I think I probably would have been just as overwhelmed.
I personally think you would have been more overwhelmed, not pregnant.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. I think I'd have put a lot more pressure on myself.
Yeah, for sure.
Whereas I didn't have, like we've talked about before, the body image pressure of a wedding that a lot of brides have.
No.
Because there's nothing I could do about it.
No. But I actually saw, so this was Georgie Mitchell, so from The Unfiltered Bride, but this is her like TikTok page, and she was doing a TikTok the other day, and it was like, would you rather be the best you've ever looked on your wedding day but never look that good again, or get better with age?
Oh, definitely the second.
Me too, for sure. Like, I now look completely, not quite now because I'm carrying a bit of Christmas weight, but you know, girls got to do what girls got to do, and I'm fine with it. But like, I am still a lot lighter than I was on my wedding day, and like, I look very different to how I did on my wedding day. And I said to one of my friends, I looked better at Hayley's wedding than I did at my own wedding.
Yeah.
And I just think that it doesn't matter. Like, I really thought when I went, and I've spoken about this before actually, when I went on this health and wellness journey, I really thought that I was going to be like, oh my gosh, like I'm going to hate all of my wedding photos. When I lose weight, I'm going to be like, oh, I hate all my wedding photos. Like, I feel really rubbish. But actually, I don't look at it like that.
No.
I look at it with the memory of what it was.
You did it properly though. And your weight loss was a journey. It was health and wellness.
Yeah, for sure.
It wasn't just a fad diet. It wasn't just I need to crash and lose weight for this. You were doing it for yourself.
Yeah.
And that's why your mindset with all of the photos and stuff is so much better.
For sure, yeah, for sure. And also, like, I love the way I look at my wedding. I don't look back at my wedding photos and think, oh God, like I look awful.
I thought I'd hate mine being pregnant, but actually I really don't.
And it's not about the look. Like, it's about the memory.
Yeah.
One of my favourite photos is us on the trampoline.
Yes.
That is one of my favourite photos, because that, like, memory of us desperately wanting to do that, and then
through the whole of the wedding planning.
Yeah. And the ones with the umbrellas, and like I love the confetti shot. Like, I just love the whole.
I love the smoke bomb, but it is mainly George and Ellis in the background because they are the focus of that photo.
Yeah, that's Sam's favourite photo.
As much as you and Sam are the front and Centre having a little snog.
Yeah.
Ellis and George in the background having a dance is
the vibe. They're just having a great time. But that's the thing, is the whole memory of the photos is just so beautiful. Yeah, it's all about the memories, and I think that the bridesmaids definitely are there, and my bridesmaids were there on, like, because I did lose a bit of weight before my wedding, and then I piled on like 2 stone after my wedding.
I piled on 3 stone after your wedding.
This is the thing though, like, because when you have a focus, like, my focus for 2025 was, well, actually it was for 2024, was I wanted to feel my best at your wedding and for my 30th.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, I felt better on my 29th birthday than I did on my 30th birthday. But again, doesn't take away the memories.
No.
Like, I'm lacking. I'm in a bit of a dip at the minute, so I'm hoping that this new year is going to be the fuel that I need. But anyway, we're not talking about that. We could do that. Yeah, we'll talk about that next week. Actually, talking about like setting goals for 2026 and stuff like that. I also want to do that on my YouTube channel. So, check out my YouTube channel, Life with Phillipa, because I will be doing like a full in detail goal setting and how I'm going to set up my year for success.
I want one of those Grace Beverley books.
I'm actually doing a bullet journal. It's over there. I'm going to bullet journal my year. So that's what my whole YouTube video is going to be on. But we'll talk about our goals within ourselves. But I will also do one on my YouTube as well. So you'll have 2 options to watch that. So that'll be next week for this. No, that won't be next week. Because next week is
Christmas Day when it comes out.
No, Boxing Day. Oh, so maybe it will need to be next week then. Because otherwise, because it could come out on the 1st.
Yeah.
Oh, well, no. Okay, so next week we'll talk about something Christmassy.
Yeah.
And then the week after we'll talk about setting goals and all that kind of stuff.
If it's 2 weeks away.
I really need to crack on. I need to manage my time better. That's something that needs to be on my vision board for 2026.
I keep thinking I need to order stuff. I have only got like today and tomorrow.
That's why me and Sam went and did our final bit of shopping yesterday. All I need to do is go to B&M and get Cooper some treats and then I might go to or are you buying Cooper a present? Oh, I need to get Dougie a present then.
Only a little.
I'll just get him. I really wanted to get him a collar, but
I just want to see Cooper open a present.
They're like £15 for a collar, and I'm just like, his collar that he has is perfectly fine. Don't really want to spend the money on it. Do you know what I mean? It feels a bit annoying. Anyway, that's beside the point.
We said we'd be more focused this week.
Yeah. Anyway.
Okay.
It's because we haven't seen each other for a couple of days, so we're actually catching up.
Having a conversation.
Yeah. Anyway, right, we're going to focus on bridesmaids.
Bridesmaids.
Right, come on.
This makes me want to think of the film, though.
Bridesmaids.
You're really doing it. You're shitting in the street.
We're 16 minutes into the podcast, 17 minutes into the podcast, and we actually don't think we've really talked about anything bridesmaid related.
No, we have. Definitely have.
Okay, come on.
Okay, so
the emotional side.
We talk about the support.
Yeah.
And like we said, before and after, and that's what we're saying about the photos.
Yeah.
Okay, we're linking it. It's
yeah, true. We are.
Mine was, holy shit, guys, I'm having a baby and we've got a wedding to plan.
Yeah, but it worked out so well. Like, I remember when you said that you were pregnant and I thought, you're a fool, because how the hell are you going to have a wedding and a baby? But I mean, more like good for you. And now that we're out the other side of it, it was like the best thing you could have done, really.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't alter your wedding day at all, apart from the date.
Yeah.
And we've all agreed that it was probably a better date. And now you've got a baby. Like, couldn't have been better, really.
Yeah.
Like,
a pretty good year.
What an amazing year for you. You need to do, we'll talk about this, but you need to do a gratitude journal for this year.
Yeah.
And like say everything that you're grateful for.
Yeah.
Because you've had such an incredible year that I've
been spoilt.
Yeah, it would be really good for you. Like next year, if you're facing any hard times, to have that like
to look back at,
moment of reflection. Like, I had a great year last year, and like what I'm dealing with is probably not as bad as I think it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right,
absolutely.
Sorry, carry on.
Okay, practical realities.
Oh, okay.
So, time, money, energy expectations, hen parties, fittings, travel.
There is quite a big commitment to being a bridesmaid, and you do have to make that decision as
time and financially.
Yeah, whether you can commit fully to being somebody's bridesmaid, you can't go into it in my opinion, you can't go into it half-assed and be like, I'll wing it.
On the flip side, though, I did have someone who said no to being a bridesmaid. And she wouldn't have had to have contributed time-wise commitment.
No, I agree, but I do think...
But the financial I do get.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I think with that, though, is if you are concerned about time, finances, all that kind of stuff, sit down with the bride and say, look, I'm honoured that you want me to be part of your day, but I do have... Excuse you? I do have concerns about how much time, money, and all this that you would like from me. And then if your bride, like for me, I was a really low maintenance bride. I didn't want any time or anything from my bridesmaids. All I wanted was them to come for a fitting and to be at my hen do. And that was it. And I appreciate that, yes, it was expensive and that is a lot of money.
Yeah.
But I mean, most of the girls, my two girls in Blackpool, I drove up to them and took all the dresses. And we did that. Zoe from Wales, she was driving past, so she popped in and did it. Obviously, I live with you. Em lives nearby. And the other three girls, we did all in one go because they live close. So in actual fact, I didn't expect much from them and I didn't ask much of their time. And I also kept all the dresses until a couple of weeks before, really.
Yeah.
So I think it's a conversation with the bride. If you're concerned about how much time, effort and money that you need to put in, you need to be realistic as to what you can and can't afford.
Well, one of my bridesmaids had a baby 6 weeks before my hen do, something like that, and she said from the off, I can't come to your hen do.
No, she said categorically, I'm not coming.
It's not it didn't change, like,
and she
I would have loved to have her there.
She wasn't pregnant when you asked her to be a bridesmaid, was she?
No, because that was like the May.
Yeah. So she wasn't pregnant then, so you didn't obviously know that was going to happen.
No.
But you just deal with these things. And I think if you're open and honest, and she was completely open and honest from the outset, she said, look, it will be 6 weeks after I've had a baby. And I mean, she ended up going early, but didn't matter.
No.
And there was always space available for her should she want to come. Like I never asked again because I was like, I don't want her to feel the pressure. Lady. I don't want her to feel the pressure of somebody asking her, are you going to come? And her be like, no.
Yeah.
Like, because she'd made her point, she'd decided what she wanted, and I respected it
as well.
Totally respected it. So I think have an open and honest conversation with the bride about what it is that you can. Sorry if you can hear the baby. She's rather loud, but we're just gonna keep going, because we're on limited time. I think you have to be realistic with what your expectations are of your bridesmaids and all of that kind of stuff.
One of the points, though, actually, on the practical reality is setting boundaries, which is,
and I think
in every relationship, situation,
and
whatever.
I think that your friend will respect you more for saying, actually, that doesn't work for me. Like, I know, for example, like my friend who I'm now maid of honour for, her wedding is abroad. I know that she's got very expensive taste, which is like, I love that. So I budget for it. So mine this next year, because it's 2027 her wedding is. So this next year is all about budgeting for Sam's 30th, because his 30th is in 2027, and for her hen party, wedding, all of that. That is something that I now know I need to factor into my life, and that's okay. And I'm going to do that. Like, whether I have a baby in the meantime and I go on maternity leave or whatever, I still have to factor in the fact that I will need X amount of money.
Yeah, same as us.
To go, because you've got weddings next year that you need to save your money for. So you just have to be mindful that if you're being asked, is it realistic to save money to do this? Is it something that I can realistically commit to? Is it something that I will move hell and high water to make work? Which, like, for me,
you would.
Like, I will move heaven and earth to make this wedding work. Like, because I would not be the same as I would be with you. And actually all of my friends, I would move heaven and earth. I'd beg, borrow and steal to get there. And that's how I feel about it. And I think that's where the, like, gratitude of being a bridesmaid is
definitely
coming from.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's really cool. I would do exactly the same, to be honest. Well, I am, but I'm not a bridesmaid. I'm just a guest. That sounds really rude.
No, but if you're invited, like we've said so many times, and I think people take for granted, and I don't know how you can, but people take for granted how special it is to be at somebody's wedding.
No, I agree.
And that, like, maybe you don't know that until you're married and you look out in a room of people. But then saying that, before we were both married, we still felt this gratitude. But you look out in a room full of people and you think, all of these people have come here for me and my husband, and they want to be here with me. So I don't understand how people don't see the privilege in being invited to a wedding.
No, I agree. Totally agree. Right, what are we on to next? Maid of honour specific challenges.
Ooh.
So being the bridge between the bride and everyone else.
Yeah.
Because as much as a lot of the time as a bride, you can deal with stuff. You can get stuff actioned. You can voice how you feel about things. Sometimes it's too overwhelming. It's too big for you to be able to say it in a tactful way, especially when it comes to the run up to the wedding, like the close to the wedding time. Sometimes I needed you to say things to mom or vice versa. Or friends, and be like, can you do this for Phil? And it made such a difference. Rather than having to think about it yourself.
No, I agree. No, I totally agree on that one. I think not having to speak to everybody and get everybody's opinion. Almost having a spokesperson that you can be like, please, will you just go and say this to everybody and get their thoughts on it? And then the maid of honour will come back to you and say, okay, so everyone thinks this. Are you okay with that? And you can be like, yeah, that's fine by me. Or no, actually, I'm not okay with that decision. I would rather do this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, I actually think that it is valuable having that person that can go and do the legwork for you, basically.
Yes. Yeah, totally. And the same thing, delegating without sounding bossy. Yes. Like you said, like, I could come across and I can come across really badly when I'm stressed or anxious or whatever. It just comes across as like dictatorial.
Yeah.
Whereas you could say that to your maid of honor.
Yes.
And they can then translate.
Yes. Yeah, 100%. And I think like that softening of,
feels.
Yeah. And helping you not feel quite so alone in that, like, I'm stressed and I feel overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Nobody is helping me. But actually, and you then, that then comes across as, I don't know, snappy or
ungrateful
or whatever. Whereas actually, you don't mean it like that at all. You just need somebody just to say, you're all right, you've got this.
Yeah. Or you're being unreasonable.
Oh, yeah. I mean, people can be.
Yeah. And if you haven't got someone who could do that for you as your maid of honor, like,
I do think I do think you need somebody who's going to be like,
we'll put you back in your lane.
You're being silly here.
Yeah.
Like, I get that this is really important, but you need to think about the bigger picture.
Yes.
And I think that sometimes all brides can be quite
highly strung.
Yeah. I think we all have our tendencies because it is a very important day. And as a bride, you want that day to be incredible and perfect. And if nobody else is getting your vision and you're getting more and more frustrated because no one's getting it and no one's listening, then sometimes you do need someone to say, that it's okay.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that deep. Yeah. Like, it's going to be fine. And then you can just go, oh, yeah, it's fine, actually.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you do need that person.
Definitely. Friendship dynamics.
Okay.
So, weddings can strengthen them or strain them.
We've seen that. We've seen that.
Yes.
No comment.
Moving on. Handling jealousy, comparison, or feeling left out.
Yeah. I think I say this all the time. So, like, if somebody's doing something that I want to do also, or like, I look at my friends or my family or anybody succeeding and doing really, really well in life, and I think, I am extremely proud of you and I could not be happier for you and I want you to have all of what you deserve. But privately, for me, I want that too.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't say it's jealous. I'm just like, that's how I want to feel. Like, looking at my friends achieve everything they've ever wanted and then me still feel a little bit stuck. But I think everyone feels that. Like,
there's always going to, in different levels, there's always going to be part of that, isn't there?
And you can't compare yourself to other people. It's really hard not to. But like, something, especially with weddings, you have to go, this is my wedding, this is how I'm doing it, and I'm sticking to it.
Yeah.
And you can't have that feeling of like, oh, well, so-and-so's done this.
Yeah.
Like, I know, for example, like Lara's wedding is going to be the most beautiful, clean, aesthetic, like stunning, classic wedding. And it's going to be incredible. And I've spent years thinking, like, that's me, that's what I want to be, that clean girl, that thing. And I finally, at the age of 30, realised that actually I'm a rustic girly. I like rustic things, like my life to be, cutesy, and like I like florals and I like patterns and I like textures, and my house is never going to be a modern classic house. No. Mine is always going to be that really, it's an eclectic mix between countryside farmhouse and Scandi. That's my two styles put together.
Yeah.
And it's weird, but it works, in my opinion.
I have no style.
You do? That's not fair.
It's...
Moving swiftly on.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, staying focused on the bride, not social politics.
Oh, yeah. Bride is what... Unless it's completely unreasonable and the bride is being ridiculous, the bride always is right.
Yeah, 100%. Funny/real moments.
Yeah.
So dress disasters, you got to be there.
You've got to be there for all of those moments. Like when I walked into your wedding and I saw that the tables had all moved, and I was like,
it could have gone so much worse.
I was like, I know it was terrible, wasn't it?
It was that bad, Maggie.
I walked in and I think actually Charlotte or Kayla came up to me and was like, all the tables are different. And I was like, okay, because I missed all the part when everyone came in, because I was with you, when you were doing your photos with Doug, I was with you, and I'm glad I did, because I think I would have really struggled in that moment, but I missed it all, and everyone found where they were, but they were like, all the names of the tables and the numbers are all different, and I was like,
what annoys me about it is why didn't they change it? Like, they could see that they had names on.
Yeah, why didn't you just change everything? And also, why didn't you just say? I'll never get over, like, her just sat there whilst I was stomping around. And, like, she's got 1,000,001 things to do. She's a busy lady. Like, I'm not
being funny, but table is pretty important.
Yeah, but I just wish that she'd have said, she knew I was mad about it. She could see everybody in the room knew I was mad about it. And I just wish she'd have just said, the caterers had to do it because for the catering, and I would have been like, I get it. Like, I know she moved it around. She should have
moved everything.
But could you not have, like, called one of us? Like, we've been in a drinks reception for ages.
And she had your numbers.
Like, we had all this opportunity to have a conversation about it.
Yeah, and come and sort it properly.
Yeah, because if you'd have said, like, the caterers desperately need it to be this way, I would have said, fine, I'll come and I'll do it. Like, I would have grabbed one of the other bridesmaids and we would have just swapped everything around as it should have been. And it would have taken us 10 minutes maximum. But instead of letting us do that, they just blindsided us.
Yeah.
And then we walked in and it just really, really wound me up, because and then even so, like, okay, so you didn't do that, you didn't tell me, but even then afterwards, when you saw how angry and upset I was, it's not even my wedding.
Yeah, no
you
apology.
didn't walk over and say,
saw me upset.
Yeah, she didn't say anything. She didn't come over and say, and that's the difference between a venue coordinator and a wedding coordinator.
Yeah,
like, her job is to make sure that the food and the running of the day is correct.
Yeah.
The rest of it's not her problem.
No, exactly.
And, like, I get it. I do get it. But
you dealt with that so well as a sister/maid of honour.
Well, the problem is that you sort of, in some ways, I'm glad that I didn't have to tell you and you'd already seen it.
Yeah.
Because you walked down and you said, why is everyone in the wrong place? And I saw you say that to Ellis. And Ellis was like, oh, I don't know.
And then it wouldn't have mattered to him. It didn't matter to him at all. No. It still bothered me that my friends weren't sat in front of me.
Well, we were all round the corner, weren't we? So, yeah.
Luckily, you guys were close.
Yeah.
But, like, the others that were behind you, even if they'd have just been there.
Yeah.
I was so mad.
It was really frustrating. But, I mean, it is what it is. Like, it happened.
I feel like the meal's such a big part of the day, but actually it really wasn't.
No.
Like, I know you feel like you... But to me, the biggest part of the day was the drinks reception and the evening. Like,
that's the time when you get to mingle the most.
Yeah, I know you're sat at your tables. It does feel quite long in speeches, but for me, it wasn't. It was the other parts that I'm glad I felt like that.
Yeah, no, it really isn't. Like, it's just I guess a formality, really. You don't have to do it, but like, it is nice to sort of sit down and enjoy that time. But yeah, it was my job in that moment to make sure that we'd had a conversation, so you didn't walk into your wedding breakfast upset. I wanted you to walk in happy and excited and feeling your best. So we managed to diffuse it really well, but I'll never go over it.
No, it was a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It was a lot. So what was another one here? Advice for future bridesmaids and maids of honours. Maid of honours.
Maid of honour.
Yeah. That sounds wrong.
Yeah.
So ask questions early.
Yeah.
Don't assume. Clarify expectations.
Yeah.
Remember why you're there.
Yeah.
And take photos.
Yeah, 100%. I mean,
be present as well.
Yeah. I think the biggest ones are get the expectations from your bride. Like, for me, for example, when Lara asked me, she was like, I don't expect you to plan a hen do. I don't expect you to do anything. It's just it's a title and an honour. It's not necessarily a job role.
Yeah.
But I was like, we'll do it together, because she really wants to do her own hen do. I said, there will be surprises. There will be things that I will do to make it special for you.
Yeah.
But, I've already been thinking about it, and I will, although it won't be until 2027, I will start researching. But there are... Sam's battling with the dogs. He's just taking them for a walk and they're filthy. And No, and I can hear him battling with them. But yeah, she has no expectations from me. She just wants me to be that person, which is really lovely. But at the same time, I'm like, well, there are things I'm going to do as your maid of honor. I am going to make this, that, and the other sort of thing. And I knew, obviously you were my maid of honor, so you sort of paved the way for me to see how like you would want it done and how all of that kind of stuff. So it was quite good, really. Like we figured that out quite well.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I like that. Don't assume.
Yeah. Have a conversation.
Yeah.
That's not everything in life, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, advice for brides.
Yeah.
Again, have the conversation. Be honest and kind about expectations.
Yeah.
Appreciate different capacities, financial, emotion.
Yeah. I think you do have to think about that when you're picking your bridal party. You have to, like, within my bridal party, I had a vast range of, wages, time constraints, all that kind of stuff. And I would say, when I asked them all, I said to them, like, I don't expect anything from you necessarily. Like, I understand that, for example, some had not long had children and some were, struggling with money a little bit more. And you just have to be honest. And like you had it with my hen party when you were planning my hen party. Some of my bridesmaids were like, I can't afford to pay you all out in one. Can I set up a payment plan with you where I pay you every month?
Yeah, and it worked.
But them being honest about it and saying, this is what I need, is that possible, allowed you to then be like, yeah, of course it's possible. Like, that's fine by me.
And if it wasn't, then you have a conversation about it.
Yeah, but the thing is with the whole situation is always be honest with the bride, with bridesmaids, maids of honors, whoever it is that you need to be honest with. Just be honest about it. Don't hide away from it. Don't shy away from it. And like, if you're a lenient person, like I'm quite a lenient person, when it comes to like the hen party, I wasn't chasing, I wasn't knocking down people's doors asking them for money because I was fine for it. But the people who hadn't paid me, I was like keeping tabs on what they were saying and making sure that the conversation was still there, and I was fine with it. So long as the conversation was still there.
Well, my friend's planning a hen do at the moment, and we said we want, well, I say we, I'm not a bridesmaid, but the bridesmaid said we need final numbers, so this is how much it's going to be, and once you've agreed to that, that's it, because we don't want people dropping out and the financial burden being on someone else. Someone then dropped out, like knowing that after they were meant to have paid everything, then dropped out, so then it's moved on to the rest of us. Which luckily it's not crazy amounts of money, but
it's not the point.
You knew how much it was going to be, and they asked the commitment, and you gave the commitment. So that's really difficult.
Unless your circumstances have drastically changed in the however long, I just don't think it's fair.
Yeah, it's not, and it's not fair on the bridesmaids for them to then have to deal with it.
No,
which is annoying. And then the other thing they've had, the one bridesmaid is super type A, super amazing. Like Excel spreadsheet getting updated all the time, being really hot on it. And she said she was going to do a Costco run to like figure out how much things are going to cost and what things to buy. And she said it to my friend who's a bridesmaid, the other bridesmaid, and she was like, "Mate, it's 2 weeks before Christmas. Can we deal with this in the new year? It's not till March."
Yeah.
But she's like so type A. Yeah. She's trying to get it sorted. But you need someone like that sometimes.
Yeah, you do. You really do.
Last thing is, I like little quotes. I love ChatGPT for this. It's not about being perfect. It's about being present.
For sure.
Love that. A good bridesmaid supports the marriage, not just the wedding.
That is very true.
Yeah.
That is very true. I think you're a bridesmaid for the marriage. You're not a bridesmaid for the day.
Yeah. And the last one. At the end of the day, it's loving matching dresses. Or not matching.
Or not in my case. Matching colours is different dresses.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, well, I loved that. I hope it's been
more structured than last week.
Yeah. We will try and be more structured with our podcast, whether it be about, I don't know, moving maybe a little bit into a bit more motherhood and things like that. But we will obviously still talk about weddings because we just love weddings.
Love them.
Yeah, I've been meaning to get my friend on to talk about destination wedding, so I might try and get that recorded
before she goes.
Yeah, I'll have I'm seeing her tonight, so I'll have a conversation with her about that. I wanted to get 2 done, so whether I can wrangle her for a day, I'll see what I can do. But if I can get that done, then I definitely will, because she moves away. If not, it'll be a Zoom one maybe. I can try and sort that out. But anyway, that's way more complicated for me. So I'm going to try and get her here. So I'll have a conversation with her about that tonight. But I really enjoyed that, actually.
It's good to do it again.
Yeah, it feels more productive when we do, like when we actually talk
Chat
about
GTP.
yeah, well, when we actually talk about things that make sense. So I think like
life doesn't make sense.
No, rather than just trying to have a conversation that's just not working. I think it makes more sense, doesn't it? So, like we said, next week we will talk about some form of Christmassy wedding-y thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then the week after, which will be New Year's Day, let me double check the dates so I'm not false promising. Oh no, it'll be the 2nd.
Oh, okay, still good.
So yeah, it'll be the 2nd. That's when we will talk about setting goals for the new year, and all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
So that's where we're going to be. That's what we're going to be doing. So I hope you enjoyed this podcast. Yeah, you need to start thinking about it. Start thinking about it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this podcast. I hope you liked, comment, subscribed, follow, all of the above. We really appreciate it all. If you have any suggestions for anything you would like us to talk about, please let us know in the comment section. And yeah, follow us on Instagram. Maybe we're going to get her to do some TikToks soon.
I need to do them.
Fingers crossed. When you're doom scrolling on your phone, when you're feeding the baby, you can do that.
Yeah.
Remember to bully her so she does it.
I'll get a message off Laura.
Yeah, thank you, Laura. I appreciate it, because we really need to get the podcast out there now, really. Anyway, thank you for watching. For now, I'm Philippa.
I'm Hayley.
This was Confetti Conversations, and we'll see you next time. Bye.